Welcome everybody to the campus of Trinity High School in Manchester, New Hampshire on this balmy, relatively balmy New Hampshire evening where we commence Manchester Public Television's coverage of the NHIAA Boys D1 basketball playoffs. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey along. Londonderry comes to visit Trinity. Trinity's 15-3, third seed, and Londonderry was 7-11, 14th seed. They know each other well. They're not far off. I've seen Londonderry this year. We'll talk about their team tonight, but the Trinity Pioneers had it all going on down the stretch. They won 6 straight, and in that time, they found their rhythm for sure in a sparkling season. Kyle Heavey, you've seen these guys. What do you think?
Yeah, Trinity had a big win versus the Memorial Crusaders last week. That really showcased their strength.
Did you cover that one?
I filmed it. I didn't commentate it.
Attaboy.
So this is where we're at tonight, being able to commentate this Trinity team for the first time. And why not do it? Start the playoffs. Trinity in their home white jerseys and Londonderry in the blue. Both teams have similar colors, but that's why it's important. And a three-point play right there. And Cody is going to be a big force down low, Rich.
Yeah, he's a physical player, absolutely physical. Senior, 6.6 a game. He's going to the line for his and one off a really good athletic and man-sized move underneath. And we'll see how he's looking from the stripe to get started. 2-zip early on, and splash one, and it's 3-zip, courtesy of Connor Cody, the big forward, athletic fella.
Now a full court press is going to be a...
That's signature frenetic defense right there.
Running out of time, they do get it across, so the Lancers will have to be careful on the timing.
And that's Jaden Akala, he dishes it inside. This guy has got to show up tonight is Davis Majarian, 6'6". He's a bruiser, and there he is boxing out underneath. He gets one, can't use the touch off the glass, but there to clean it up from behind is his wingman, Mbui. I saw him play earlier in the season, very physical presence, and can run the floor as well as anybody.
Coach Farmer Trinity has got to be a little angry that 3 offensive rebounds right there for the Lancers to get those points, and you can't get out-rebounded. That's not a good way to win a game.
All right, they swing the ball, good touch inside, and Cody can't get that one to drop. Londonderry gets another rebound. 6:15 remaining, 8-minute quarters in high school ball. Good pick out top by Majarian, denied right there, and Nakala goes lane. Dishes off the ball, and Bowie looked like he went and stepped. He didn't pack his bags right there.
No, he didn't buy a ticket either, and he gets charged with a turnover. So very tight-knit first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Well, only a few weeks ago, these two teams locked horns, and it was a 60-40 win for the Pioneers. Like I said, they know each other well, and one of the big stories ongoing throughout the year was the all-state Garrett Nahalik for the Lancers was hurt back in January. That's a good rebound backside. Hard work right there by Connor Bishop. He gets a deuce.
Thing is, he was trying to throw that off his opponent out of bounds, and it didn't even work. And it ended up going to a teammate who was able to get the bucket. So,
dare I say we put that in the playbook?
You might as well, because it worked for 2 points, and that's what the Pioneers are hoping for.
Tough defense right there by Cody. Finally picked off right there by Mbui. And down to the deck we go. Hey, Kyle, were you able to grab the officiating crew here tonight?
I did not. They had to talk to all the coaches, so unfortunately.
Top secret, huh?
Top secret. We'll try to get them at halftime.
Right on. All right, well, you got a blocking foul right there. That's the first one on Trinity, and it'll be inbound underneath, courtesy of Casey Marsh.
I can see why Connor Bishop's a little irritated with that. Is he really held his mark?
Bowie, he fights for everything underneath. He's got a little bit of size, but boy, he's got some springs. And how about that wingspan, Kyle?
It's certainly impressive. I was able to get here early enough to watch these guys warm up, and certainly special players from both teams. The record might not be what Londonderry was hoping for, but you know what? They're in the playoffs. Right now, everyone has the same record.
You fight your way in. Vago couldn't get that one to drop. He's got 8 points a game. Total glue guy. He wears number 2. Keep an eye on him.
Oh, just unfortunate right there.
Yeah, Bishop was looking at the 10 before he looked the ball in. Look it in, then find the 10, Kyle Heavey. 4:46 on the clock, 5-2 for the home court Pioneers right here. And we go back to that full court press.
Look at the speed right there, coming down,
Yeah,
driving,
Nutella.
and it's a big block right there.
Huge. You know, it won't go in the scorebook, but Vago not putting that back down on the deck, he would have carried it. That's pretty IQ right there. 4:24 and a settled possession right here for the Lancers.
Trying to open things up are the Lancers, trying to go all the way back to half-court line, setting something up. Let's see if this can work. And it works for a turnover as the Pioneers come the other way now.
Almost a travel right there. Good athleticism by Urila. And this one escapes the waiting hands of Gregory Aline, goes all the way down coast to coast. And at the 4-minute even mark, halfway through our first period, we get our first couple of substitutions. And into the game for the Pioneers comes Charbonneau. He is a sharpshooter, and he's a clutch player. Epic Keene games in the last year or two for number 13, as he is now a junior. And we'll talk about that as the game goes on. That's been their nemesis for a couple years, have been the Keene Blackbirds.
It's not a fun drive to there, and they have been able to breed some pretty good players as of late.
All right, Davis Majarian's got to put that pass. That's got to be a better high bounce pass. You can't throw a big man the ball at the ankles, and now we got a foul in tight. And it was a push, and we're shooting 2. And going to the line is Jordan Torres. Superb season, 16.1 a game. And will be in discussion for all NH. Of course, possibly Player of the Year votes as well. Nice shooter's backspin right there. Hits the first of 2. Making it
A line violation called right there.
Line violation.
That is
I almost
something
never
you
see that anymore.
Exactly. I've never known to see that throughout the whole entire season. And this is our third playoff game of the week here.
And smooth. All right, so he gets his first one. Got one erased, and it's 6-2, 3:45 remaining in our first quarter. The team's kind of feeling each other out, Kyle.
A bad pass right there, just really unnecessary for the Lancers.
Not a good decision by Marsh. That's his second turnover already. This one escapes the reaching hand of Jaden August, who just came in the game right there.
And I'll give the Lancers credit. There's a good amount of student body that have come up here. Obviously, it's really only 3 exits up 93 North, so
and they're
it's
still
not that
filtering
bad.
in. I got one of the last spots out back. I had a traffic jam on Route 3. Majarian has got to use that glass a lot better. He's been putting it flat, almost no arc on his first 2 shots inside. Consequently, they've been back rimming and going the other side. Ball turns over at 3:15. Up 4, the Pioneers looking to create. Jared Pykush, the Londonderry coach, signals in defense that he wants. Ray Farmer, his counterpart, down the bench for the Pios. That was a good jump stop right there. Couldn't get the drop. Got to go a little softer on that board, and here comes Marsh. And he goes to the glass, and it's a charge. Way to hold your ground right there. Taking the hit. Connor Bishop is a physical player. You've seen him for years, Kyle.
Absolutely, and this has been a interesting first 5 minutes of this contest, really.
Yeah.
Only 8 points total, but it's a double possession lead for the Pioneers and who have the ball. So it's been great to see the Pioneer student body out here as well. I know the hockey team are not having to play today because of the first round bye, so they were able to be here.
They'll be up. They'll be on JFK ice on, Delta Dental ice on Saturday.
I will be the JFK. Delta
It's
Dental's-
JFK? Okay. My bad.
As much as Delta Dental is a nice place, it's the girls that will be.
I was just looking forward to some onion rings. All right. Courtesy
ball
of our
goes up on
colleague
stage.
Braden LaBelle's parents. All right, 2:27. And it's inbound. August throws it in. As usual, doing the honors, Jamar Gregory Aline. He's averaging 9.5 a game. Had himself an excellent season. So quick, and wow, what a touch as he goes right side uses his body as his own screen. That is a beautiful take by Gregory Aline.
And Trinity's defense doing a good job of really playing up close.
They got to get him some help. Everybody abandoned ship. You've got to create those angles. They all went into the key and the three-point area, and leaving poor Jaden Nakala on the island. As athletic as he is, he couldn't break that one.
No, that was certainly a double team, and thankfully for Londonderry, the ball ended up going off of the Pioneers, so they will maintain possession with under 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter.
All right, Sakalar's in the game, but he took 2 steps, and at the buck 54 mark, down 8-2, Londonderry turns it back over. It's been turnover-infused first quarter here, Kyle Heavey.
Oh, it really has, and we saw it last night as well between the West and Milford teams, a lot of turnovers. So I think jitters are starting to come into play as we go into the playoffs.
Well, I got boxed out because of the weather and the snarling traffic jam. Who was it who filled in?
It was Tom Bezoin, former West High football coach and also a basketball coach. So
yeah, he was terrific. And he's got that nice thick accent, Kyle.
Very much.
Anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't make it with you. It was just not to be had last night. And
amazing what 24 hours can do with the weather.
No, and we're going to get 1 to 3 more inches tomorrow. Great.
Lovely.
Snowmageddon continues. Here, it's 8-2. Pioneers so far holding serve. That might have ricocheted off. It did, off the foot of Evan Vago. And he's questioning the heavens right now.
Very much. He did not agree with that call one bit.
I think it was a good call. It ricocheted off his knee and then maybe his shin. All right, here comes Pioneers off the backside right there, unable to connect with Jamar Gregory Aline. Back down come the Lancers, looking to stabilize things right now. First things first, they got to stop turning it over. They've got about half a dozen so far, and Coach Pykush calls a timeout.
Wow, 2 points total for the Lancers through the first 6 minutes and 52 seconds is not what any coach wants. So why not try to make sure that everyone's on the same page and try to get a bucket or maybe even a 3 to try to cut the deficit a little bit. But for the Pioneers, yes, this could be a much bigger lead than what they have, but turnovers are kind of ailing them as well. So this is not an easy first quarter here from the Trinity High School, but at the same time, keep increasing this lead if you're the Pioneers because you're playing great defense.
Well, I'll tell you what, Londonderry, yeah, they lost their all-state, all-everything 6'5" sophomore forward Nalik with that broken arm, but I looked at this at the tail of the tape. They were 1-10 against tournament teams this season, Kyle.
Wow, that's a tough one, and a long 3, and it's going to be rebounded. And Pioneers quickly coming from north to south.
Sakalar's averaging just under 10 a game. Couldn't get that one. It was all back iron, back down Trinity. Good pull up and dish. Wing doesn't have the stroke right there. Connor Bishop, 7 points a game. Couldn't get that one to drop. We're down to 41 ticks in our first period here. It's moving quickly, Kyle.
It really is, and now Derek Arela will come back in.
Such a good athlete.
Really. And Jamar will have to take a seat as, again, 40 seconds remaining, so we'll see if he comes back in.
Well, unless you get a quick one up and couldn't do it. Nice floater looking, but Nakala just took a little bit too much off it. Leap 30 seconds a clock for the Pioneers to finish this frame.
You know, sometimes you don't expect to have such a lane to the basket, and once the defenders start to realize you have to short and take a shot, and unfortunately it didn't work, and now it's going to be a moving screen, or 5 seconds.
5 second call. That was good defense right there by Benjamin Sakalar. And you got 15 ticks, plenty of time with which to work if you're wearing blue. I think you want to use it all and get at least one good look. Maybe put one up with 6 seconds left so you can get a rebound if need be. 10. Nice roll back there, right there by Nkala.
Oh, nothing.
And Vago couldn't get that one to go. And yeah, he's a little bewildered right now as the 10 is just snapped shut for him.
The cheerleaders have touched the ball as the same amount of points that Londonderry has.
Oh my goodness, Kyle, that's rough. Boy, it launched it, couldn't make it. That was Charbonneau, who has a long history of hitting big three-pointers and clutch shots, number 13. Well, fast-paced, Kyle Heavey.
And low scoring.
Start low scoring. It's a low score for Trinity. They were significantly outscoring their opponents, 69, I think, to 56 during the regular season per game, something on that order. And particularly down the stretch, they were just filling up the tin. And both teams kind of in a lull right now, Kyle.
Absolutely, as the hockey team gets out of practice and starts to make their way into the gymnasium in front of us. So good to see that there's a lot of love and pride here up on this school, up on the hill.
They certainly didn't use any speed stick as they walked by. Man, holy cow. It smelled like a hockey gym bag, and as a lacrosse dad and a lacrosse player myself, I almost got knocked out by that one. Well, hey, they don't care.
They don't care. They're keep on winning, and
that's a great season they put together.
Well, Londonderry will get the ball to start this second quarter, and after missing that shot to end the first, to see if they can. This could have been huge if they had made a bucket there.
Yeah, and just to go ahead, Kyle,
just to have possibly 2 possessions in a row to get a bucket. I mean, this is not charted waters they're kind of in right now with only putting 2 buckets.
That's a good drive right there. Really, really good drive by Benjamin Sakalar. They're going to need him tonight. He comes off the bench averaging just under 10. He's going to have to fill it up. All right, a little bit of a weave. Nice little push to the corner. Going straight up and down is Colin Charbonneau. Back rims that one. Only one home, though, is Connor Cody with that long rebound. Pios maintain possession. Lane's wide open right now, looking to create inside his Bishop. Unable to get that one to drop with Doherty, who just came into the game. And tie up as they go vertical. Good job there by Connor Cody.
He really knew how to time that jump there, Rich.
Yep,
it was really impressive. And yeah, it was a jump ball, but they keep the possession here. And now it'll be a substitution for Londonderry.
Yeah, Marsh comes back in and Bowie takes a seat. Oh, that's a good little play off the break right there. Nice job. Got the drop was Arila.
Got to keep with your man. And Londonderry missed that mark right there.
Yep, all right, that makes it 10-4, good buddy. 1 minute gone here in the second. Again, 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. Arila marking up closely against Nkala. Physical play right there from 2 physical players.
Oh,
nice head fake. And there, they need the big fella. They absolutely need the big fella to show up.
Chance for a 3-point play as well for Londonderry. That's how Trinity started the game, with a 3-point play, and now it's Londonderry who, with the free throw made, would be down just 3 points.
Nobody can match his size and physicality. He's 6'6", a beast of a football player as a lineman, and they're gonna, or as an end, excuse me, they're gonna need him. Nice, take your time. That was a well-timed yell by the Trinity hockey team right there. Wing, looking Doherty, goes back rim, finds nothing but tin. And it goes down into the waiting hands of Nkala. And Nkala sets up shop just outside the 3-point area, and he backs it out wisely.
Oh, near.
Good hands.
Oh, and it's going to be called with a foul there.
Wow, Charbonneau with the great hands, and then the frustrated reach by Vago. He gets himself a personal foul. I was about to say, Kyle, the rule change a couple years ago, which I think has been good, is unlike previous years where you get 7 fouls, get to the bonus, it's 5 fouls per quarter, and then each quarter it's wiped out and you start afresh. Once you hit 5, you're in the bonus. And we'll talk about that as we draw close.
Well, that's 2 fouls for Londonderry so far, so they got to be smart here.
All right, good shot right there from the wing by Charbonneau. Can't get the drop. And yet again, Cody gets the rebound, but he gets nothing but air on that one. 6:02, and it's 10-6. Chance to cut it to 2-point or even a 1 with a tray if you're wearing blue. And back into the game comes Gregory Alleen. They need him right now to stabilize things as Londonderry's on a bit of a run. I would say it's less of a run than Mojo right now.
Yeah, I mean, only 2 points scored so far for Trinity. Still with a 4-point lead, but
that was a beautiful head fake Beautiful jab step, and then the great finish by Sakalar flying to the rim. All right, from the wing is Doherty, gives a hand fake, and boy, a physical play inside. He gets his drop for his first bucket of the night. Nice job by Kevin Doherty.
Kept his elbow at the bucket and was able to still get the shot even with a little bit of physicality. And now it's going to be Trinity that are going to get called with a foul here.
Yeah, it's Torres on the arm right there, but Sakalar has put it into high gear. This Trinity team, Kyle, and you've seen them, I've seen them in other years, haven't been able to get out to one this season. Very balanced. They've got 8 players, Kyle, scoring 5 or more each game. That's impressive.
That really is, and that's a great job of spreading the ball.
And Sakalar, he's got his first of 2. That gives him 5 for the game, leading scorer, say the least. That makes it 12-9. And the smooth shooting Benjamin Sakalar, junior guard. He's a lanky guard. Of course, everybody's lanky in high school.
They
right?
really are. Some have some muscle, and some are just lanky. As someone that was a lanky, I understand. Nice bucket right there.
Beautiful take by Torres. He gets his 3rd of the game. Remember, he had that good free throw that was wiped out by lane violation. That makes it 14-10 as we hit the 5-minute mark here in our first half. Yep, foul on the floor right there by the hard guarding Derek Arila. He always brings high octane on defense. Great footwork, always. 5 minutes even here. And that's the 3rd team foul of this period for the Pioneers. Taking a seat,
tough
Charbonneau.
spot right there.
And back in comes Majarian. That's a big size trade right there.
Huge size change.
And he's going to be marked up by the pretty beefy Jaden August right there. And that's good hands by the big fella. Get it up, give it up, reset yourself as we're under 5 here. Have a good possession. McCalla looks to get things going. He's got a little bit of a seam right there, puts it in his left. Can't get the drop. Good backside rebound by Marsh. Can't get the glass. Oh, nice little rotation up. Back rim. And Majarian just towering over, taps it to himself. Marsh from the wing. Yahtzee!
If doesn't work once, doesn't work twice, doesn't work 3 times, try it the 4th time, and it was able to get the 3, and now it's just a 1-point Trinity lead.
Wow, physical play, rotating over just off the bench is Chavarkarthi. I saw him play earlier in the season against Goffstown. Gives coach some good minutes, only averaging 2.2 a game, but with a leaner lineup, he has been valuable. And that was a good take right there, good look, and Jordan Torres goes to the line. Just don't line violation like last time. Back rims, nothing doing.
Some more substitutions all around.
Coach Farmer and Coach Pykush playing that chess game.
They really are. It's impressive to see who's sliding here, who's going there, who's taking the 1 spot. And now we even got a cowbell in the gymnasium here.
Not supposed to be allowed, but, you know, it's playoff ball. Let's rock and roll. All right, Torres drops that one in. That's his 4th point of the game, 4:17 on the clock. 15-13 lead for the Pios. Nice head fake, great court presence. From the wing, nothing doing. That misses almost everything. Sakalar couldn't get that one to drop, and a good backside rebound by August. And then an outlet pass. Nice job by number 22. Good defense, good drop. Holy cow, Jamar Gregory Aline wasn't going to miss that one. 17-13.
Pioneers starting to get hot here.
And here comes that half-court press right there. That one's off of the foot of Nikala. He's a leader. He's a strong football player. They got to get him some help right there. It was too much pressure, too much trap. Somebody's got to rotate into that seam and recognize that it's open on the backside. All right, 3:39 on the clock. Up 4 are the Pioneers, looking to go up by 6, maybe 7 with the tray. Nice dish.
And 1. You didn't think that was possible with
That was a great take, and then a good head fake, and good presence of mind by Connor Bishop to hold his ground. And he's going to get his and one, or at least an attempt at an and one.
Now both teams with 3 fouls with 3:29 to go. So free throws could be happening more and more often as we get towards the end of this first half.
Can't get that one. Didn't need to take his time on that. All right, Lancers just got to take a breath, have a good possession, get some poise, and somebody's got to help McCalla.
What defense right here. Nice screen. Down low, trying to find a way.
That was a good pick and slip, couldn't convert. Beautiful crossover, excellent take. Everything but the drop for Jordan Torres right there. 3:03 on the clock, checking back in is Charbonneau, and having a seat is Jaden August. Gave him some real good minutes for Coach Farmer right there. And here comes the inbound courtesy of Gregory Alleen. He finds the waiting Cody, and he's got nothing but nylon right there. Number 11 drops 3 for his 6th of the game, and that's a 22-13 lead and a timeout on the floor. 2:55 remaining. Amazing sequence for the Pios right there, Kyle.
It really was. Londonderry had cut it to a 1-point Trinity lead, but now after scoring 8 straight points and that big 3 that really got the crowd going, it's a tough hill to climb already here up on top of Bridge Street, but now the Lancers have to keep climbing to try to cut this deficit down again.
Yeah, 8-point. Well, I mean, you know, you and I do a lot of games all over our region, Kyle, and ball sports, puck sports, whatever, games of runs, and that was an 8-point run by Trinity right when it looked like they were kind of seeding some of that mojo, and I think Coach Farmer might have read somebody a riot act on the bench over there.
It seemed like Jamar really did a good job when he came back in, was able to get a couple layups, and really just Cody might have missed that air ball, but to make that 3 is kind of a bit of a redemption right there. And that you can laugh at him all you want, but you know what? He's still going to make those shots when they needed.
Well, and then Jordan Torres just willed himself back into the game after kind of a slow start for him. Again, averaging 16 a game, and he is getting it done right now. He's got 4, and he's got a lot of momentum.
And he took that hard fall, too, in one of the fouls.
Hey, sometimes that just wakes you up. I'm an old lacrosse goalie, and when you get stung in the leg, you better be in the game. All right, 2:35, possession for Londonderry. That's a really beautiful take right there by Sakalar, who's had himself a good game, and he's got 8 points to lead all scorers so far.
Oh, he had it too.
August, yeah, he who hesitates is lost. That was Hamlet, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just gotten back in the game. That's a lot of physical play. Wow, banging into him. A lean with his 6-point. That's just physical lane play right there, 24-15. And that's a long errant pass. Rotating back quickly is Cody. He dishes it off underneath, and Elaine gets himself his 8th point, and the run continues. 1:50 on the clock, 26-15 now, 11-point lead for the Pios. Good play to the wing, misses everything. He got net, but no rim. A good rebound underneath. Boy, Casey Marsh, right where you needed him at the moment you needed him most. A $1:30 on the clock, and Marsh's bucket cuts it back to a 9-point spread. He's got the ball right now. Excuse me, that's Vago. Boy, that's a good pick, and then a foul underneath. And they called that on Majarian, and he looks kind of bewildered right there, and Coach Pykush is none too happy about that because a lot of the physicality came from the fellas in white.
All it takes is tripping on someone's shoes, and it makes you go down, and I'm not exactly sure what that was all about, but Trinity appreciates that. Now with a 1:15 to go, still a 9-point lead.
All right, that's the 4th team foul on Londonderry. Next one will send Trinity to the line, but we only have a $1.05 on the clock. August with the ball, physical player in his own right. He goes, nice dish, cross lane pass, good rebound on the follow by Bishop, and he gets a ton of contact trying to go back upstairs. No call, and we're under 50 seconds to be exact. Dish to the wing, nothing Majarian had it. He's got it back. He's got to go straight up and down with it. He draws foul. I can't tell whether it was Bishop or Gregory Alline. Nonetheless, I think he's going to go upstairs and to the line.
And that might be the 5th foul.
That's a 4th foul for
it's
the
the 4th?
team.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was waiting for, I didn't know if the scoreboard had changed or not. Oh, taking a book out of Trinity's page.
And Sakalar keeps the scoring barrage going. If it weren't for him, they'd be way down right now. It's 26. Can't tell. Some of the lights are out on the scoreboard.
26-19.
19. Other scoreboard's working. Nice look. That has been there all night long. Connor Bishop has just camped out opposite side of the ball, and he's been there when they needed him. All right, 11 seconds left. Sakalar with the floater. Can't get that one. Front iron all the way. 7, 6, 5. Gregory Alline goes cross court. He's got a look, and there's Bishop again. Couldn't get that drop. Exciting finish, 28-19 in a frenetically played second period after we had a relatively slow start.
Yeah.
What was it, 8-2 after
8-2,
one?
so Trinity put up 20 points in that quarter, and it was a total of 17 for the Londonderry Lancers as we will
Balanced scoring right there. Well, I'll tell you, that was an entertaining second period. Sets us up for a nice second half, Kyle Heavey, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more here on Manchester Public Television's high school basketball playoff coverage.
Welcome back, everyone, to Trinity High School NHIAA Boys Round 1 playoff action, and the home court Trinity Pioneers are up 28-19 over the visiting Londonderry Lancers. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey here from Manchester Public Television. And it's a good night. We love playoff basketball. It was a low-scoring first quarter, and then the teams erupted for 20 and 17, respectively, in that quarter. Kyle Heavey, was plenty of action in the second frame.
Yeah, certainly was. Now it's going to be Londonderry who has to get things going, being down 9 points.
And there's your guy. Majarian's got to get those boards, and he's got to be able to convert. I'll tell you what, Coach Farmer, some good defensive strategy. You've got Vago, Nkala, and Bowie for Londonderry. Goose egg for the trio right there. They count on them for 19 a game. Nothing doing in that first half.
It certainly was a very impressive thing as wow, gets the shooter's touch roll right there.
The big fella, he had 4 points in the first half. They're going to need his guns in this one. And he can box out like nobody's business. He's 6'6", 250 pounds.
Very impressive Ben Shakiler.
And
able
there you
to
go.
get 10 points off the bench.
Smooth shooting, yeah. He had 10 off the bench. Sakalar,
excuse me, yes.
Terrific. And he and I think Majarian have got to carry them down the stretch if they're going to stay in this one. Nice little kick out right there by Gregory Alline. They're used to it. Theft underneath, and here comes Nkala. Again, strong player. He's a floor leader, field general, plays football, physical presence, even at the guard position. Good hands right there to knock that away from Marsh. Gregory Alline. He's got fast feet, fast hands, you name it. And that's why he averages 9.5 a game.
Again, Londonderry in the blue jerseys going from right to left across your screen, while the home Trinity Pioneers in their all whites going left to right on your screen. So I know these two teams have the same colors, so just trying to differentiate for those watching at home.
Yeah, and here comes Sakalar trying to create. Majarian gets that board. He gets it up fast, and that's what he didn't do a couple times in the first half. He didn't get vertical with the ball. He turned himself into a 4'5" player by putting it at his waistline, and that's the way you want to get up. Be strong, even if you don't get the drop, you'll get to the stripe.
Free throws are huge for both teams, and Londonderry certainly would like to keep hitting these. Does not get the touch that time as the the fans starting to get loud.
They've been loud all night. Kevin Doherty checks back into the game, goes to just underneath the line, closer to the top elbow right there, as Majarian tries to get 1 out of 2. gets that one to roll in. That's his 8th point of the night, and that cuts it to 28-22. 6:50 on the clock again. 8-minute quarters in high school hoops.
There we go. Had a chance.
Everybody sat back wearing blue, and guess who took advantage of it? Connor Bishop. He had 6 in the first half. Add 2. It is 31-22. Back to that 9-point spread.
Oh, could have been called a travel there. His foot had come up, but.
That is a beautiful drive by Nkala. Finally gets himself on the scoreboard. Let that floater with that left hand, 31-24, 6:10. Fortuitous bounce for the Pioneers, but we had a walk on the back pedal. Just trying to get into 3-point position was Connor Bishop. And we see that drop step a lot, and he just took one too many, and the ref whistled that one down. 31-24, 6:07, and after that turnover, here come the Lancers.
Doing a good job of hanging around is Londonderry.
That's what you want. But you also can't turn it over like they did in that first period. That's why they were down 8-2. Fortunate to only have been down 8-2 in that first. Good defense, collapsing on Majarian, drive him outside. That's the recipe right there. Connor Bishop may have to take a couple of fouls. Here we go. Majarian senses it. Can't get the roll, and down. Good rebound backside by Vago. Majarian's been camped out in the lane. He's got to get out of there. And Vago from 3-ball land, nothing doing. Some physical contact underneath, and it's a tie-up underneath by Doherty. He gets the foul on Vago, who had boxed him out well.
And his reaction was in disbelief that he didn't even jump for the ball, but he kind of got his arm wrapped in, and that's what the referee saw.
And Bowie comes back in. That's a sloppy pass, but Sakalar is there to get that thing back. And that was a pass, but it hit rim. And by the way, it's 3 team fouls already for the Pioneers as we get yet another whistle at the 5:11 mark.
Londonderry, smart foul right there. It was a fast break, and why not just say a foul, slow things down, and let Trinity have to figure something out with everyone down here.
All right, that was on Casey Marsh. That's the team's first foul in the third period. Again, they go to 5 per quarter. And that is a beautiful stroke right there. Jordan Torres feeling it. He had 4 in the first, add 2 early on, and the guy who scores 16 a game is starting to get untracked. And stepping on the line, backside. I think that was Sakalar right there. Yep, it was Sakalar. He just put that drop step again. Looking for that jab step, drops it on, and hangs right on the line. Far side ref was right on top of it. Down 9, and back on D on the Lancers after yet another turnover. Good pick top side. Nice little triangle formation right there. Working the 2-man game on the baseline. Go outside. That opens up the inside. And Majarian with yet another rebound. Again, he puts it on the floor. Can't do it. Just kick it out. You had waiting Jaden Nicolo ready for you and open. Just get it to him.
Great defense, though, by Jamar Gregory Ale.
Sure.
As he was able to kick that ball, and it stays Londonderry ball, but, I mean, his wingspan and his jumping ability makes it tough to try to get that ball away.
All right, McCall, and again, Majarian goes way too deep. The off-ball players here, and there's a drop right there for Connor Bishop. He had 6 in the first. He's got 4 in this third frame. He's got 10.
And a timeout has been called by the Lancers, and they are going to need to start getting things rolling here. Down 11, Trinity has started to take over, and with 4:06 remaining, it's the Pioneers who are slowly have not lost the lead the whole entire game, and it's now the biggest of the day.
All right, 11 points, 4:06 when they rejoin the action. Kyle, we've been watching that press, whether they go full court, 3/4, or up at the half-court line. And Londonderry, time and again, has ceded a lot of space right there. Everybody goes deep, and nobody rotates into those gaps. Consequently, the Pioneers can pick and choose and squeeze that ball out on the sidelines, and that's where a lot of these turnovers have come over. All right, inbound, here come the Lancers, trailing by 11 now, 4 minutes remaining in this third frame.
My goodness.
And again, on the foot on the line, and Bowie this time. He didn't cut his toenails this morning, and yet another turnover. They get about half a dozen, kind of mirroring, Kyle, that first quarter right there. And similarly, they've only got 2 points.
Good rebound right there, and now Londonderry pausing for a second, now finding a lane.
Finally a good pick. Boom. That's the guy. He had 10 in the first, add 3. Sakalar continues the scoring parade for number 12. Wow,
Scary.
heck of a pass.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was scary.
Back rim waiting in the wings is Bowie. And again, he was blanked in that first half. They need him to get rolling. But credit Pioneers for excellent stingy defense. There you go, a little two-man game right there. Good bounce pass to set things up. Don't have to do it all at once. And we got to push away from the ball. That drives coaches bananas. I think it was on Torres. We'll wait for the call.
And he looks like he is adamant that he got hit in the head.
And it was Torres. And it was getting physical underneath, but he finished it off by kind of chucking him down to the deck. They'll let him play a little bit. When you give a little suplex, I think most refs are going to call that, Kyle.
And that's 4 fouls on Trinity, so they got to be careful here.
And there's what you want to do is feed it to your bigs, recognizing that you're in foul trouble. And Majarian drops yet another one and cuts it down to 35-29.
And now Trinity.
That's a good timeout.
Wanting to make sure that they are all on the same page as the lead has been cut to 6 here with 2:55 remaining. So that Londonderry's timeout did a good job on their part, but still a couple more points, and it's going to get very loud in here and for the Londonderry fans, or vice versa after this timeout.
Well, they were down 11, made themselves a 6-point run. We saw the converse play out in the first half. It was an 8-point run after Londonderry cut it to 14-13. So I see you run and raise you one. 6-point run here for the Lancers has cut it to 6. All right, 2:55 on the clock in the third. Again, it's Rich McDonough here with Kyle Heavey for Manchester Public Television. Jason Cody telling us where to go night after night after night. It's always good doing these games with you, buddy.
Yeah, we're running out of games here for the winter season, unfortunately, as now we're just down to the Trinity boys basketball, Trinity boys hockey, as well as, well, right now Memorial is playing down in Bishop Gert. No idea on what the score is there. But and we have what other West basketball,
Trinity girls hockey,
and Trinity girls hockey. That's right too,
I believe. Oh, that's a good look underneath to find the waiting Gregory Alene. Nice vision right there, courtesy of Kevin Doherty. He had 2 in the first in relief. Good job by him. And that foul was on Sakalar. That's only his first of the night in a very active game for him so far. Long ball finds the waiting Doherty. He dishes it quickly inside, going straight up and down the bucket goes for Jordan Torres.
That is one of those plays you see at the end of a game, really, to try to win it, and that worked beautifully. So save that in your playbook there, Coach Farmer.
Boy, lots of physicality right there. After the miss by Casey Marsh, he was wide open again in the lane. Hesitation by Vago. Sakalar's had the hot hand for the fellows in blue. He's got the ball right now. Majarian was all one-on-one right there. And again, putting it down to the deck, making himself into a short player instead of the 6'6" guy he is. That's been biting him in the heels all night long.
Got quite physical down there.
There's
not much room on the baselines here, as we got doors on one side and then a stage on the other.
My bad, that was a foul on Majarian, and that's his second of the night.
That's a pretty good, though, Rich, for
Big fella, as
Big
physical
fella.
he is. Yeah.
And to only have 2 fouls.
And they're collapsing on him. He's got to screen off and get to the glass and get some touch. All right, good take right there by Doherty. He gets the drop. Nice job by number 5, getting himself his 4th of the night. 39-29 now, back to the double-digit lead.
And the defense chant being loudly displayed here by the Trinity student body.
Nice little work right there. Good pass inside. And there you go. The big fella softly using the box right there. Stops the bleeding for now. 39-31. That one racks. Good work inside to get to the ball by Cody, but it goes off of him and out of bounds back to the Lancers. 103 and trailing by 8.
And a number of substitutions for both teams here.
Well, the winner of this game gets the winner of Keene at Alvern, which is happening right now. And Keene, as I said, the Blackbirds are a nemesis for this Trinity Pioneers. So still a lot of basketball to play here. And over the back, yeah. And Bowie went right over the back. Good job boxing out, sticking with it by Orila. And Coach Pikush says he went straight up and down.
As someone that used to have that issue all the time at my size, it's a frustrating call because the ball comes right to you.
Yeah, well, you're 6'4", 6'5".
6'3", I really, with these shoes, 6'4" today.
All right.
But, yeah, it's very difficult when you're like, I didn't do anything. He just is smaller than me. I had to fight that a lot because I was definitely the tallest kid early on in my life.
All right, one-man break, a little bit of a Euro step attempt right there by Bowie. And he is still 0 for everything on the night, but he draws contact. 28.7, back into the game comes Gregory Alleen.
It's been a very tense last 3 minutes of the third quarter here with still 28 seconds, and Londonderry can get some points here.
And Doherty has a seat after logging some real good minutes for Coach Farmer. There was a foul on the way up, and I think it was going to be shooting 3 for Benjamin Sakalar. Yep, it is a 3-ball attempt, so he will have 3 looks at it from the stripe. Importantly, he's a great shooter, and he can score 3 points with the clock stopped, with his team trailing by 8. And there's one.
And it's a smooth touch too, Rich.
I mean, he's almost lights out from distance all night tonight. Consequently, he had 10. Didn't get the roll there. He rushed it. Majarian takes a seat. That's going to be good. You want to rest him up and just have him empty the tank at least in the first 4 minutes of the last quarter, because you got to have your big man in command underneath.
Yeah, he's been very big on rebounds and also getting the dish.
All right, Sakalar hits 2 of 3. That gives him 15 on the night, and that makes it a 6-point lead for the Pioneers. 20 ticks on the clock here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Trinity has no problem just killing the clock and but we're going to get a foul called.
I think we got a charge away from the ball, and I think Sakalar, good job getting in traffic. Yeah, and it was Connor Cody just running into a man. You can't do that. 14 seconds left. That's plenty of time for this Londonderry Lancers to get 2, maybe even 3, and dramatically change the game.
Well, the full court press really been their issue here, and it works to perfection for Trinity to get the ball and go up with it, and misses. Rebounds. Just not able to get another 2 points there to end the third.
All right, Vago has got to recognize that the 2 players at the top of the key are going to squeeze him and go for the backside steal, and his teammates have to recognize that he's going to need a relief valve. Nothing doing. They were all camped out down low right around the elbows right there, and we'll put a fresh 8 minutes on, and it is a 39-33 game in favor of the Pioneers. Pretty darn busy third frame there, Kyle.
Very much so, and give props to Londonderry. They have made a run and are just down 2 possessions, and it's the Trinity Pioneers that have got to do the little things right. You can see Coach Farmer is adamant that just don't stop making mistakes. Start doing the little things right, and we're going to win this game. But Londonderry, they have nothing else to lose for. It's nothing like being the David against Goliath.
And still, Mbui and Vago have yet to score points. Mbui averages 5 a game, and Vago just under 8. They're going to need all 13 of that from these two guys in this fourth period, or at least some of it, in order to free up Majarian and keep Sakalar, who's got 15, open on the wings. Otherwise, they're going to just crash down on him and focus. All right, last 8 on the board, unless something in the way of overtime happens. 39-33 lead for the Pioneers in this round 1 playoff game.
And what is...
Oh, yet another foul underneath by Connor Cody. He is really frustrated.
Well, here we go with...
That's his second foul, but he had one in the last minute of the third quarter. He had one in the first 20 seconds here in our fourth.
Yeah, he did a great job of being a goaltender for the soccer team this year as well, was Connor Cody. Oh, another.
Wow. Unbelievable. Too much. I mean, it wasn't even a box out by Arila, and he just backed Mbui back down to the ground, and Coach Pykush and company not happy, and I don't blame him on that one. Oh, what a pivot.
My beautiful play right there by Jordan.
Jordan Torres with that pivot topside, and then he takes 5 feet more down the lane, gets the floater, gets the drop, and it's an 8-point lead at the 7-minute mark in the fourth.
And the big man ready to come back in for the Lancers.
They're going to need him.
Let's see what they can do on this possession. Thought about the 3-ball. Got lucky getting the ball back.
And a lot of arm right there as Nakala went up, couldn't get the drop. Back down come the Pioneers. 6:40 on the clock. 8-point lead. They can make it double digits right here. No need to rush here. And Coach Farmer is just patiently watching from the side. Bingo! 3-point ball, Arila.
And the lead up to 11 now.
That's his second 3-ball of the night. He's got 6. 44-31 after Londonderry had cut it down to 6. There you go right there. I see your 3 and answer it.
That was much needed right there for Londonderry.
With that tray, Sakalar has 18 on the night. He's taking up the scoring balance with Vago, Nakala, and Mbui. Coming up short tonight, but good defense by the Pioneers, taking away 2 and 3 of their dangerous scorers. Eight-point lead. Pioneers looking to patiently create. 3 players on the right side. Going down to the deck is August on the backside. And dare I say, Arila has the hot hand right now. 47-36.
Back-to-back possessions with an Arila 3. So he's definitely got. What was the NBA jam? It's he's heating up right now.
Well, we got 3 3-balls in a row. Yahtzee game has broken out here. That's a nice pivot and move. Unable to get the drop is Mbui. He goes down, and he's going to get teched right there. And he was not happy about contact, but I think it was a good no call. I think he was still a little chapped about being thrown to the ground 3 sequences ago on that box out by Arila. Arila is a physical player, even though he's not the biggest guy on earth. Sometimes it's a little ego bruising, Kyle.
Very shocking call right there. And now some free throws here for the Lancers. Substitutions all around, and Cody's going to have to take a seat here.
That's his third. Again, rule changes a while ago. A tech is also a personal. And Sakalo, swish. That gives him 20 on the evening. And that makes it a 47-38 spread in favor of the Pios.
With the technical, Londonderry will keep the possession as well.
Ball stays with the blue. And Coach Pykush trying to get everybody's attention. Whistles up a play. Everybody goes deep. Top top 2/3 of the court wide open right now. And there's that bounce pass underneath, and just getting a little too far away from the pretty sure-handed Majarian. I mean, he's a tight end. That one was just too far away from him. Turnover, the story of the night for the Lancers, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are going to look at this video and wonder what if Londonderry doesn't turn over the ball so many times, do they have a lead? If for Trinity, they turn over it stays with them there.
Yeah, good hands by Sokolar. He poked it loose, but he's had a multifaceted game tonight, scoring, defense, running the floor beautifully, and quick hands right there. Oh, ouch. And Marsh goes down hard.
Trainer right there. It seems like he's okay. He just needs to take a moment to, I mean, when you fall 3 feet onto a hardwood floor, it doesn't feel nice, whether it's be in your kitchen or on the basketball court.
Tailbone, ouch. 4:37 on the clock. And going to the stripe is Connor Bishop, averaging just under 7 a game. And he's got 10 tonight. Looking to add to those double-digit figures, and does.
And with his 11th point, makes a 10-point lead.
And Marsh going to the sidelines for a couple of repairs. It looks like he's going to be all right. Just taking a look. Sometimes you got to sub a guy out for a minute and let him get over that.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to take a seat, Rich. He's just ailing a little bit.
All right, Bishop unable to convert both. Gets 1 of 2, and it is 48-38 at the 4:25 mark. Vago feeling his way through the lane, gets it over to Majarian. He draws contact. I'm going to guess it was Bishop.
Yeah, he was not. He felt like he got all ball on that.
And it was Connor Bishop. That's his third. And back to the lane goes Davis Majarian. He is 3 of 4 on the night from the line. Majarian gets a nice little shooter's touch right there.
He's got it a few times here in this game.
Yep.
Let's see if he can do it again, though.
All right, this would cut it down to 8, 48-39. It stands at where it stands right now. Gets it to 40, can't get that one. It's just too much muscle on that. And then some contact from behind. They're going to call this one on Gregory Aline, and he is bewildered right there.
Wow.
And it was, no, they're calling it on Torres. That's his third personal, but more importantly, next foul gets Londonderry into the bonus. Big tie-up underneath. Great hands right there by Arila. The kid is always on the ball.
And come back in after his fall.
Possession arrow stays with the Lancers. Having a seat now is Mbui.
Let's see what Marsh can do from the baseline, passing this in now.
Boy, it's getting chippy down there. And Majarian, hands up, stays vertical, gets the drop. And they needed that like you read about. That cuts it, 48-41. Pesky Londonderry will not go away, folks. 7-point lead when it looked for a moment like the Pioneers had run away with it. They just keep chipping away. And now they turn up the defensive heat. Still, Arila's out there. He's got a 3-ball all night. He's got 3 of them to go so far. And Majarian, imposing presence way up top. That'll free up somebody underneath. Yeah, with Majarian out top, you got to box out, though. And there's some hands underneath. It's going to stay on the deck. They say it was a foul before he went up. And I believe that's going to be on NHIAA. Yep. That's the team's second in this frame. And that's NHIAA's fourth on the night. So he is the one in foul trouble. And I think Connor Cody's got 4 as well. Long ball, 3-ball. Charbonneau. Pay dirt for number 13. He is a shooting specialist when he gets in time and space.
Great call. Inbound pass, got it to him. Up and no good. Rebound.
And Majarian can't handle that one. 10-point lead, and here come the Pioneers looking to salt this one away, get the bus started. But you got to play a good hard 2 minutes in front of you, as we're just under 3 remaining in total.
And
foul away from the ball. I think they're going to call Charbonneau, and he is doing a little guesswork right now. He just hit that 3, and he's feeling it.
both sides of the court right now in disbelief of some of these calls that are being whistled for.
Did he just step on the line? I don't see any new call announced, any player foul announced. He must have stepped on the line for that brief second he had the ball. Nonetheless, it goes back to the Lancers. After they turn it over. Arila is just wreaking havoc right now on the defensive end. Boy, that was a hard push and a charge. Yeah, no brainer right there. That's an easy call. And Gregory Aline looking for help from Coach Farmer. Farmer is giving him an earful. He did it. Yeah, he used that free arm to clear out, and that's technically a charge. You can use an arm bar. You got to keep it still, or mostly so. But when you use it to clear space, easy call, especially in the open court. 2:40, down 10. The Lancers got to do something with it on this trip. And here's a walk.
Should have taken it when you had it first.
As a moving screen right there. 51-41, and yet another turnover for the fellas in blue. Been happening all night long. Very frustrating. That foul went on Sakalar. It's only his second. He's got 20 points on the night, and he better be feeling it from three ball right now. And Coach Farmer wants a TO. He gets it. 2:24 on the clock. He's up 10. Kyle Heavey, you've known him for several years. What do you think he's saying over there?
You know, guys, we got to start just getting some buckets here, either free throws or anything, to just try to pad this lead and let Londonderry make the mistakes. They have done a tough job here on turning over the ball here and there, are the Lancers. And now with 2:24 to go, you're already up 10, our Trinity, and just kind of keep the ball, keep passing around, kill the clock as well.
Yeah, good set, poised possessions here. And my mantra to my players when I was coaching lacrosse for decades, and we get in this situation, you kind of get out of your rhythm. I would just get the guys over to the sidelines, and I'd remind them of our 3 or 4 most important keys, and then just say, finish. Guys, it's time to finish. That means focus, do what we do best, stick to our game plan down the stretch, and let's just get to that final whistle. Finish.
And for Londonderry, I mean, they already have Trinity with 5 fouls, so just drive to the lane, see if you can get some foul called, and go to the free throw line. And
score points with the clock stop. Very important. 2:24 on that game clock. 10-point spread. And it looks like Arila going to be inbound. Going to be closely hard marked by Nikala. Smartly goes back the distance. And the ever-trusty Gregory Aline brings it up court. One more foul to give if you're wearing blue. Probably a good idea to get it way away from the ball. And maybe on Sakalar, because he's only got 2. Why save it? And that's not the way to do it.
Leaving a man open as a door.
That's August. I mean, if you're going to press out on the other side, might as well foul, gobble up that team foul, because you need to stop the clock down the stretch. And now it's a 12-point deficit for Londonderry, 1:45 on the clock. And they got to foul at some point. They got to do it. And there it is again. I don't understand. Do not understand.
90 seconds left here, Rich, and
14-point lead now.
Needed that 3-point play and unable to get it, but now 14-point deficit. You need to make these free throws here.
And this is a chance for Mbui to score his first point of the contest. like to say hi to my buddy, new buddy Tom and Stella down below. His daughter, who is telling me how much she loves trampolines. She's a cutie, wearing Celtics green.
I've known Tom since we were 14 playing
baseball
together.
You threw a lifesaver at him.
I did.
It's a good way to make friends. All right, Bowie couldn't get that one. Doesn't get this one. Ooh, on the line, yeah. Just a little bit too much momentum for Charbonneau, and it's going to stay with the Lancers. 1:23 on the clock. It's a 14-point deficit right now.
I mean, he's laughing it off. He's like, oh, that was my mistake.
Got to get it over to Sokolar right there. He's got ball right now. Marsh is to his right. Dishes it outside. Here comes Nikala. He gets the bank. Got to call that one, right?
Not sure if he uses TD or triangle, but it
got a foul. Got a foul. And that's the team's fourth.
And it's going to be a timeout, I believe.
That's a good job by Coach Farmer to call that one before the foul came. Boy, Coach Farmer's a high IQ coach. I thought so when we met him a couple years ago, Kyle, when we did a Trinity game. And, I haven't done one on home floor. This is good. Now I get to see how poised he is out there, and he thinks things through.
Yeah, it's certainly been interesting to see them a few times this year. Again, that Memorial win was a big one that they had with Memorial was still able to get into the playoffs, but at that point they had been kind of knocked out. And Trinity has just been strong all year long. Well, I wouldn't say all year because they started the year 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, we told you the winner of this game gets the winner of number 11, Keene, who goes to Alvern, number 6 seed tonight. And Keene beat these Pioneers at the buzzer last year, did it again. And a lot of back and forth. Charbonneau had hit a big three to take the lead, and the frosty Keene Blackbirds paid back the favor at the buzzer in playoff game 1. They don't want to see those guys again, but Alvern is having a very good year this year.
And I believe
57 ticks on the clock. It's 55-44 for the Pioneers, who are inbounding nearest our camera. Oh, they're going to go far side. Not the cartoon.
57 seconds to go, and let's see what type of play this is.
Got the stack. One guy will go long backside. Yep, I could see that coming. And then are they going to call goaltend or a foul? They're going to call a foul. Boy, that was a beautiful play. Everybody looking near side of the court. We could see it developing from this angle, Kyle. And I just said, oh my goodness, Torres is going right to the rack.
Yeah, a nice spin around and was able to have an opportunity, and so still has a chance for these 2 points right here.
Well, he's got 10 tonight, and this will make it 11 and or 12 or none. But he's got his 11th, averages 16 a game. Props to the Londonderry defense to tamp him down for stretches. But when it comes down to crunch time, you want number 23 with the ball in his hands. Back rims that one, nothing doing. And it's a 12-point deficit. Pio's got to go long ball right now. And here comes Vago. Can't get that one. And good box out underneath, particularly by Torres. And then picking it up was Auguste. And we got a foul deep in the backcourt. 39.4 on the clock. And Pioneers are up 12. Dare I say the glow plugs on that bus are warming up.
Yeah, it's 39 seconds, and kind of season ticked away.
Not enough Yahtzee if you're wearing blue to go the rest of the way with only. And then you got a smooth shooting Arilla. He's had a great night from 3, and that'll give him 10 for the night. And he's got the second of 2 coming up. And he gets that nice touch. That is 58-44, 39 seconds left. Don't foul if you're Coach Farmer's Pioneers. SWAT team right there for Jordan Torres with authority. All games are going off at 6 o'clock tonight, so we don't have any out-of-town scoreboard. Marsh from the wing can't get that one to drop. We got to push inside, and back down the floor we go. And again, both teams are in that bonus, so they'll be shooting deuces at the line whenever the whistle sounds. And I would say Coach Pykush is throwing the towel in, because into the game comes Tharrington and Austin Hughes, some role players, and they're getting onto the floor. Well, a good season, hurt by Garrett Nollick getting injured, the broken wrist, and out for the season back in January. He was an all-state player, lanky, fast, 6'5" player. And when you have the kid of that caliber, Kyle, it changes the way the team chemistry works. Consequently, they lost 4 or 5 down the stretch. Just so difficult to bounce back from that, Kyle.
Oh, absolutely, and props to them for even getting into the playoffs. And now the lead has jumped up to a 15-point lead, and Arela coming out of the game, and boy, he's been sensational tonight.
Fantastic. I mean, he made all the little things happen. Free ball, his frenetic defense really disrupted the Lancers. There's Sokolar going to the rim. He gets his 22nd of the night in a losing effort. Can't fault that fella. The junior guard, he will be back. There are a lot of players coming back for this Lancers team. They are to be reckoned with.
One more trip to the free throw line, and I want to thank athletic director from Londonderry, Jimmy Lazan, for getting us the roster and everything like that to make this game happen, so we were able to see what's going on. And
well, Jim's a great AD, also a heck of a football coach, and excellent provider of rosters.
Absolutely, and we wish the Lancers a safe trip home tonight as they will look forward to the baseball season, or lacrosse for all we know.
Oh, I do have a final. Alvern holds serve, 55-43. So we will see the Trinity Pioneers hosting the Alvern Broncos in a big game that should be very, very physical.
Absolutely, and that will be a fun one on Saturday. We'll see what time that game is, because I think it might be the same time as the hockey game. So it could be a tough time for deciding who will go to where on Saturday. But we got to decide on the player of the game here for the Trinity Pioneers. I think it was a pretty easy one for the Londonderry Lancers to decide who that one was.
Well, that was Sokolar, 22 off the bench. Not as easy if you're looking at Trinity, but one guy we kept mentioning all night long is making things happen. What do you think, Kyle?
I think that number 3, Derek Arela, did a great job and deserves the off-the-mark sports player of the game here for the Trinity Pioneers.
So that game will be at 6 o'clock, Kyle, on Saturday right here. And Alvern, a big physical team, well coached. That should be something else.
Absolutely. So we'll see what we can do and call it a night here from Trinity High School. And for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, my name is Kyle Evie. For the always amazing and talented Rich McDonough, we appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast.
Fun stuff.
And we will look forward to seeing what will happen as we continue the hockey and basketball playoff run here on Manchester Public Television. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.